All right. Okay, so hi guys. So let's look at this problem here. This is it's a different kind of problem than the last one that we did for sequences and series. And it is asking us to find the first 5 terms of the recursive sequence. Now, this is different from the other one that we did, okay? Because we have to you have to use your brain a little bit for this one. But it's okay. So basically, okay, so for example, we have this, so we have the following formula. We have a sub n equals 2 times the quantity a sub n minus 1 plus 3. And it's telling us that a sub 1, so it's basically saying that a sub 1 is 4, okay? And that's what I want to make sure that we understand about this formula. That's the first thing that you want to make sure you understand, is that a sub 1 is 4, because you're going to use that to know the rest. So in reality, for example, and the way that you start this, you don't say a sub 1. No, you don't say that, because you already know what a sub 1 is. If I say a sub 1 equals 2 times a sub 1 minus 1 plus 3, and I say a sub 1 is equal to 2 times a naught plus 3, do I know what a naught is? No, right? So, I mean, you can do it that way if you want. Like, you can say it's a sub 1 is 4, and then you can say 2 a naught plus 6, and you can solve for a naught and do it like that. But then again, it's just going to take longer to do that, or to do it that way. But in reality, basically, a naught, so again, it wants us to find, and actually, let me do it this way. Hold on. Okay, so never mind. I was going to do it using the table. I mean, there is a table feature here, but for some reason, it's not working. So, we're just going to do it. Well, we're just going to draw it out of like that. It doesn't matter. Anyways, so here we have n, and here we have a sub n. Now, if I want to know what, honestly, like, you don't have to know what a naught is in reality, so doing this would be kind of unnecessary. So the best way, and this is why you have to use your brain a little bit, and you have to think of a pattern, because if I say, for example, I can say, okay, well, what about a sub 2? Well, I say, okay, that's equal to 2 times a sub 2 minus 1 plus 3. And do I know, and then I go ahead and simplify it. I say this is 2 times a1 plus 3, a sub 1 plus 3. And I know what a sub 1 is. So I say that a sub 2 equals 2 times 4 plus 3, because that's where a sub 1 goes. So a sub 2 is equal to 2 times 7, which is 14. Okay, so basically, and so obviously when n equals 1, a sub 1 is 4. We already know that, right? When n equals 2, a sub n is going to be 14. And you keep going. So basically, a sub 3 would be a sub 3, or actually, hold on. Give me a second. It'd be 2, so 2 times a sub 3 minus 1, and then it would be plus 3, right? And then you would say this is 2 times a sub 2 plus 3 is equal to a sub 3, and we know what a sub 2 is. A sub 2 is 14, right? Because like I said, when n equals 2, a sub n is 14. So we say this is 2 times 14 plus 3. And then this is going to be 2 times 17. So it's going to be 34. So a sub 3 is 34. So we go ahead and say, and let me actually, all right, so yes, like this, and then so then you go ahead and say that, and then you go to a sub 4, so a sub 4 is going to equal to 2 times a sub 4 minus 1 plus 3. This is equal to 2 times a sub 3 plus 3. And again, we know what a sub 3 is. A sub 3 is 34. So we're going to say this is equal to 2 times 34 plus 3. This is 2 times 37. And 37 times 2, that's 74. So when n equals 4, we have a sub n is 74, right? And then when n equals 5, we say a sub 5 is then equal to, that's then going to be equal to, let's see, a sub, so it's going to be 2 times a sub 5 minus 1 plus 3. That's equal to 2 times a sub 4 plus 3. And it's going to be equal to 2, and then a sub 4 is 74. So this is 2 times 74 plus 3. And then it's going to be equal to 2 times 77. And then we have 77 times 2, that's 154. So for a sub 5, so a sub 5 is going to be 154. So now to list the following the first 5 terms, you're gonna do the following. So it's gonna be 4, 14, 34, 74, and 154. Okay. And these are the first 5 terms of the sequence here. Okay, so that's kind of how a recursive sequence works. You kind of have to think about it. It's a pattern, just like when we did this other previous one, except this time it's a recursive sequence, meaning that there's going to be like an a sub n minus k, or whatever, is equal to a sub n. So basically, like, if we have a sub n minus k plus c equals a sub n. Whatever, but you don't have to know this. You don't have to remember this form. All you have to do is just look at the pattern. Like really think about the pattern and think about, okay, how do I get my second term, my third term, my first term, my, etc. Like a1, a2, a sub 3, a sub 4, etc. So that's how it works. Like I said, if anybody has any questions, please let me know. And that is it for this part of the video, or this lesson, this mini lesson. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.